Good evening, everybody. A very warm welcome. I'm speaking from an unusual location from the car today because I have not yet reached home. So, welcoming you to School of Ancient Wisdom, Spiral of Wisdom Satsang. But before we start off, may I request Swati to say the school prayer.
O hidden life, vibrant in every atom, O hidden light, shining in every creature, O hidden love, embracing all in oneness, may each who feels himself as one with thee know he is also one with every other. Thank you.
Thank you, Swati. So, as we all know, the Spiral of Wisdom was started by Ma Manize many years ago. The intention is to bring about to facilitate the personal transformation of people who come in touch with this space. So today, before we start, let me introduce the speaker. Our satsang for today, my name is Ramesh RK and I'll be your host for the satsang. And the satsang today is on self-motivation. From changing the word of I'm impossible to I am possible. It's very inspiring. So speaker for today is Vijayalakshmi ji. Vijayalakshmi GMG. So to give a quick intro, with over 20 years of experience in corporate training, Mrs. Vijayalakshmi brings extensive expertise in a wide range of programming languages, including Python, Golang, Java, C, C++, and so on. She excels in teaching programming concepts like data structures and algorithms, as well as essential tools such as MS Office and various database technologies. Her ability to deliver complex topics with clarity and precision ensure that students grasp the material effectively. The outstanding feedback and high student retention rates reflect Vijayalakshmi ji's unwavering passion and commitment to education in the corporate sector. Her dedication to fostering a supportive learning environment allows her to address related doubts thoroughly, empowering students to achieve their goals. So Vijayalakshmi ji comes with a lot of strong credentials in training, and I'm sure she will unravel the mysteries of how to motivate oneself by changing impossible to I am possible. So over to you, Vijayalakshmi ji.
Good evening. Thank you for that very positive note introduction about me. So myself, as he is already, myself, I am an entrepreneur, founder of Win Corporate Training, and also I am a corporate trainer from Bangalore. Okay, so, and now, first time, even I'm trying to get into a new role as motivational speaker. And formally, this will be my first assignment as a motivational speaker. I'm very grateful to the team, Swati and Ramesh, for giving me this opportunity. From here, I'm starting my formal journey as a motivational speaker. So coming to the today's topic, so I have not prepared any slide, nor I have not prepared any this one. What is that? Any notes or any PPT, anything? So just with the flow, I'm going to talk about the self-motivation. So first of all, today, wherever you open Instagram, you open YouTube, you go to any exhibition. So lot many things are available online, offline. Why? To motivate you. Correct? No? Everyone are getting confused. Even like you, even I have confused. For self-learning and for self-motivation. From where to start? How to start? So lot of questions will be there in everyone's mind. From where to start? How to start? Whether I am able to motivate myself, where to look for motivation. So, dear friends, first of all, one thing we have to understand, we need not look for the motivation outside. We need to look for motivation inside. Yes, we have each individual, you, me, everyone have got that strength. So that power of what? To motivate ourselves. That is what we call it as self-motivation. Self-motivation means you will find lot of definitions. So, but what I say is self-motivation is nothing but motivate yourself, encourage yourself. Self means yourself as an individual to achieve your desired goal. So that is what we call it self-motivation. So you need not look for anything outside. I'm not telling looking outside is bad, but in ourselves we have lot of hidden strength will be there, hidden talent will be there, hidden energy will be there, but we tend to neglect it. We never pay attention to what we have within ourselves. Always we will be keep looking for support, for motivation, for everything outside. Outside, we will look for that every time outside. Maybe our friend, or we will be searching for motivation in a book, or we try to attend some seminar, some webinar, or we will try to get into some coach, we will try to hire a coach, hoping we will find a good encouragement, good motivation, good inspiration to get motivated. So dear friends, all these things are whatever you are looking outside. I'm not telling it is bad. It's all good. Definitely, it will inspire you. You can choose any model you can choose, any role model whom you follow on Instagram or on LinkedIn. You can keep them as a reference. But end of the day, whatever the experience they share, they have become successful, and you are looking at them for motivation. It is their journey. It is not your journey, correct? No, it is their journey, but it is not your journey. So you should get inspired by them. Try to get all the good points, what methods, what techniques they have followed. You get inspired by them, but at the end of the day, you have to figure out. You have to figure out your own ways to find the motivation. So that is where the self motivation will start. Okay, now then from where to start? How to start? So before even you think about this self motivation, you should have a clarity. Clarity on what? So what is my goal? What I'm supposed to achieve? Be it in my personal life or be it in my professional life. What I want to achieve? What is my goal? Suppose if you are a student, okay, so what I want to achieve? So that you need to identify. I told you, no, like you need to have clarity on two aspects, your personal goal and also your professional goal. So once you got that clarity, 50% of your job will be done. Clarity on what? Clarity on the goals, what you want to achieve. That's the first thing. That is what you need to identify. Okay, so I have identified my goal. Then what next? So you need to work out a plan. Okay, and you need to figure it out. What is the path or how I'm going to achieve my goal? Our first step one is identifying your goal. Step two will be how I will going to reach my goal. So when I start my journey towards reaching my goal, what path I should take? And also you have to foresee what all obstacles may come. So it's not that you have identified your goal, you have find your path, you will going to achieve your goal, or you will going to reach your goal, it will be a cakewalk. No, it won't be a quick cakewalk, because you may encounter lot of unforeseen obstacles. Okay, so you need to have some plan. So everything will not work according to the plan, but you need to have one basic plan need to be there. Okay, so how to start my journey? And also timeline is very, very important. What timeline? Within what timeline I want to achieve that goal? It could be in terms of number of years, it could be in terms of number of months or number of days. How many Okay, I have a message. Slides, I am not prepared any slides. I'm directly speaking. Okay, so that's why only one poster I have put. I had one message. That's an update for the message. Okay, once you decide your goal, once you identify the path, right path to reach your goal, third important point is the timeline. The timeline is very, very important. You have to have a fixed timeline. So why timeline is very important? Because so that if you have a fixed timeline, so that will keep motivating you. That will keep triggering you. Yeah, I have to achieve this, I have to achieve, so that you won't have the distractions. Once you have the timeline, you will not have any distraction, so that you can go according to your plan, follow the timeline, and within the timeline, what you have set, nobody will set timeline for you. Okay, so what timeline you have set, within that timeline, you will be able to achieve your goal, be it a personal goal or be it a professional goal. So now let me tell you one of the example of how to set a personal goal. See, for example, you take myself. So I am into corporate training. I have around 25 years of experience in the IT training. I keep training from all these years. I keep training only on the technology related topics. Then whenever I have a session, or whenever I take up any sessions for any students, so along with the training, so I keep based on their requirement, I keep empowering them, and I used to keep motivating them so that they can learn whatever the class they have joined, the skill set they want to learn. So I keep motivating them. Yeah, you learn this, you do this exercise, you do it faster. So like this, I used to keep giving them suggestions. So that worked very well with my students, and these suggestions have helped them to achieve their goal. So then students started telling me, ma'am, you are very good in motivating us. Why can't you become a motivational speaker? So before they gave me the suggestion, I never had a thought of becoming the motivational speaker. So some 3 to 4 months or 5 months ago, so I decided, okay, I start thinking, yeah. So even I am fed up of teaching only the technology related topic. Why I can't transform, or why I can't take a new role as a motivational speaker? The moment I decided, so that is my goal. Okay, so I want to become a motivational speaker. Then how, what path I have to choose? So on that, really I was not having any clarity. Then what I did, so I started I started searching online. I also read some of the very successful motivational speakers' life journey. I read books, I read articles, I read lot of posts, which on the LinkedIn. I follow many of those personal coach, business coach, all their articles I read. Okay, then I got some clarity on, so what is the meaning of a motivational speaker? Okay, then I started planning. Okay, so motivational speaker means, okay, I should, how much I should talk and what topics I should talk. All these things I figured out. So once I have one basic plan, some basic plan I started, one basic plan. Then just like that, I can't become motivational speaker. No, I have to reach out to people. So then I slowly started reaching out to people online, offline, my students and my friends and my colleagues, and also on the social media platform, and even to my students also. So I started reaching out, and then I got one request. One of my friends suggested, you make one poster. Okay, so just like simply if you keep telling orally, it doesn't make any impact. So that is what the poster, this poster is designed by my son. Okay, so you make one poster and you start circulating in all in your group, so that people will come to know, yeah, you have also become a, like you have started giving even this kind of service. So they'll try to reach out to you. So I made this poster, which right now what you are seeing on my screen. Then I start reaching out to people. I started sharing in my WhatsApp group and on my social media handle. Everywhere I started sharing this particular thing. So like that, I also shared this poster to Swati, who is my good friend. So because of her, I'm very grateful to you, Swati. So I'm started where she has, I reached out to her and she reciprocated back to me. Yes, ma'am, we will give you an opportunity. Please, you talk about so this particular topic. We will give you an opportunity to start your journey as a motivational speaker. So I'm very thankful to you, Swati, and also the your team for giving me this opportunity. So because of this, right now I am in front of you, and this is my first formal session as a motivational speaker. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for everyone so who are joining this session. And this is just a baby step. So hope I will try to reach out to more and more people with the help of this session, and try to conduct more and more sessions, try to motivate more and more people. I know it's a very long journey, but hope I will achieve I'll reach my goal, and I'll try to motivate more and more people. So this is one of my like a personal experience, like as a how I will become a self motivated to become a motivational speaker. Next, so when it comes to the professional thing, suppose you might be a working professional, or you might be a student, be it any role, or you might be an entrepreneur like me. Even you will also have lot of professional goals will be there. So how to achieve those professional goals? Suppose, for example, so I will tell you one of my friend. Okay, so she was working. She is a life science graduate. She has done her post graduation in life sciences, and she was working as a research scientist in one of the company in Bangalore. And you know, when you are be there, where we have to take some career break due to family, due to when we have children. So we will need to take some career break. So even she was on a career break, and later she moved to Australia with her family. She was a homemaker for many years. She wanted to do something, but she was not. She has taken some trainings and other things, and since she wanted to get back to workforce, okay, so that was her main goal. But she was not able to figure it out from where to start, how to start. And somehow she contacted me, and she was my student. She was my Excel student, MS Office student. So she joined my session. Just for what? Just to learn the MS Office skill set. That's all. Nothing else. And during, I have a habit of talking to my students to know their background, what exactly they want to achieve. It's not only that they will going to learn technical skill set from me, especially women on a career break. Okay, so as being myself woman, I always believe in empowering the woman, not in the slogan. Literally, I want to support them. So she just explained her background, and this is what, madam, I'm not able to figure it out how to go about this. That's why, so I decided, let me start one, acquire this particular skill set. And then after listening to her, I explained her, like I explained my journey to her, like how I have, what I'm doing, how I got motivated and all. She took the suggestions from me, and also she started working towards her goal. Goal of what? Upskilling herself with the technical skill set, and getting back to the workforce. So she took 3 months session from me. She completed her course. At the end of that course, she got a opportunity to join the school in Australia. So today she is working as a teacher, as an educationist in the Australian school. And every day she remembers me. That's what she told in her feedback. Ma'am, you helped me to find my goal. So because of your suggestion, so I was get motivated. See, suggestion only I have given. That's it. Only suggestions I have given. It is on that. It is on her part where she got inspired. She set her goal of getting back to the job. That was her goal. And she upskilled herself. And later at the end, she joined she joined the workforce back. So she achieved her goal. And today, now she is motivating young number of people in her schools and other things. She is also conducting like this lot of sessions with her in her team, and she keeps motivating the others. See, whenever, like these are my 2 examples which I would like to share with you. One is how to achieve personal goal, or how to achieve the professional goal with the help of the self-motivation. So any questions? Any questions from the team before I go to next part? You can unmute yourself and you can talk to me.
It's good so far, ma'am.
Thank you. Others?
If you have any questions, you can even put in the chat box.
Thank you. No questions. We're good so far.
Okay. Thank you for that
Sorry,
feedback.
I just lost connection.
Thank you for that. I think we will go ahead with the next part of it. Okay. So the next part will be, so I'll continue. Next part will be how I will get motivation. Okay, so the topic itself is self-motivation. So question may come to your mind, madam, from where you will get the motivation? So I will get the motivation. So there are different ways are there, means are there to get the motivation. So it will vary from individual to individual. Okay. So you need to figure it out. What method will suit you? Initially, when even I started, when I decided to become this motivational speaker, and even when I was seeking the how to get self-motivation, so even I tried many methods. So I started by reading the book. The first method I figured it out is reading the book. Then listening to the podcast. So where podcasts where many successful people interviews, I started watching those kind of interviews. And also reading the lot of posts on the LinkedIn shared by many successful business coach and many entrepreneurs, many mentors and all. Then I realized it is not that one source you will have. So you can get inputs from multiple sources. So you can read books, like a lot of self-help books are there, autobiographies and biographies of the successful people. And also you can listen to the podcasts where a lot of interviews, successful interviews will be. You can listen to those podcasts. Also read posts on LinkedIn shared by these eminent and successful people, motivational speakers. So according to it's always good you rely on multiple sources, because each one of these sources will help you to get some good points. Then you sum up everything and then it is very, very important for you to make changes. Changes to what? You see, whatever, okay, it is not your journey. Some points may be applicable to you, some points may not be applicable to you. Okay, so therefore it is very, very important, after summing up everything, you need to make your own notes, your own points, according to your needs, your goals and your requirements. You have to make small changes. Then try to adopt it. Then try to apply it to your journey to achieve your goals. Then it will be very, very effective. Okay, because their experience cannot be your experience, right? You have one set of experience. So even now also, whatever I am sharing based on my experience. So you may have different kind of experience. Okay. So what I request you is you listen to this. You take some inspiration, some key points, some important points. Then required, try to modify that to suit your requirement. Then whatever you read, whatever you listen, whatever you read or listen, that will work for you in a better way to solve your problems, or it will, those solutions will help you to achieve your goals in a better. So okay, so that is what I will also do. I'll read from different sources. I will read. Then I will sum up everything. Then I will make a points. Okay, all points I will make. And also I will add, I will delete those points. Whichever is relevant to me, I will retain. Whichever is not relevant to me, I will delete those points. Then again, those are relevant points also. I will see to that which one is directly I can use, which one I can directly apply, which one I need to make changes to suit my requirement. Okay, so then I'll make changes. Then I will start applying slowly. Then it will work. It will help me in a better way. That is one of the things what I will do. That's one of the method what I will follow in implementing this or in the self motivation. The second thing what the second method what I will try to apply over here is I will always adopt an iteration approach. What is this iteration approach? Those who are in IT, they are aware of that Scrum iteration. What is iteration approach? Start small. Okay. Have a realistic and very small goal. Then I will apply. I will achieve that goal. And also I will see, is there any positive points or is there anything which I can improve upon that? Then in the second round or in the second iteration, those improved points I will implement. So these iteration approach I will follow. How long I will follow? Till I achieve my goal. You see, one of the practical examples I will share with you. So I told you I'm a trainer, right? Whenever a student comes to me to learn a new technology, I will take that student, but I will tell them one thing. You will be my first student. You will be the first one who learn the skill set from me. So they'll agree because they trust me based on my previous experience. They will trust me and they will join my class. So what I will do before I start teaching the student or starting the class for the student, I will prepare a material. I'll study myself and I'll prepare a material. That will be the first version. Then I'll start my classes. When I start taking the classes, I will able to figure it out. Oh, I can improve on this point. I need to add this point. Okay, I'll delete this point. I give one more new example to the student. That will help the student to understand the concept better. So I'll start modifying my material, the version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, version 5. By the time I complete my complete session for the student on any topic. My material might have undergone 4 to 5 iterations. At the end of 5th or 6th iteration, at the end of that batch, so what will happen? So my whatever material I have prepared, it has come to one shape. Okay, so that is my goal. So it is not that at one shot I am able to achieve that or prepare such kind of very what I can say, very meaningful material. It is not possible, correct? No, because I have adopted iteration approach. Sometimes student only will give me suggestions. I will try to use that suggestion. I'll take their suggestions. I'll improve upon that. I'll implement that in my material. It will undergo vigorous changes by when I complete the session for the student. So I have got one very good base material. And that will be I'll keep changing that examples, that materials every time. Whenever I learn new skill set, I'll try to implement that. Whenever I found new example, if it is a generalized example, based on my learning, based on my experience, even the material, new examples will be keep undergoing changes. Clear, no? So that is what we call adaptability. So how I was able to achieve this? Because of self-motivation. If I don't have motivation to make my material better, I have okay for whatever I have done, that is final means, I am not able to create good material, good examples for my student. If I am a demotivator, correct? No, because I am a self-motivator, so what I can do at the end of the session, I was able to prepare a very good material which I have shared with my students. I keep sharing with my students. That will help my students to learn and understand the technology in a better way. So this is how I try to implement my self-motivation. Not only in preparing the material, anything I do, I follow this approach. Set a goal, make a simple plan. I know many things will not work according to the plan. So many times obstacles will come, prepare for that, okay? And try to, sometimes as I told you, whenever I'm preparing new examples, sometimes it will take 2 to 3 days for me to figure it out, what is the error in that example and set right the example. So many obstacles will come, overcome that, and within the given stipulated timeline, complete your session, complete your classes. At the end, I have achieved my result. Okay, so this is how I adopt personally. So what you can do according, you can just take these points, whatever I just told the method, you can adopt it to in your life also to achieve your goals, maybe personal goal or the professional. Yes, that's all I have from my end. So any questions? Feedback on the session? You find it is insightful, useful to you, helpful to you?
Thank you, Vijayalakshmi ma'am. It really got me thinking.
Okay.
And I think while you were talking, I was writing my goals for the year. So
oh, very good, very
good. Yes. I wanted to ask you if you believe in aspirations and how they can help you to get to your goal.
Aspiration?
And affirmations, actually, not aspirations, affirmations. Do you believe in affirmations? Do you believe that affirmations can help you get to your goal?
Yeah, to some extent it will help you, but I have not tried much on the affirmation part.
Okay. Okay.
But one thing is there, this affirmation thing, I have read in a lot of books about the affirmations, but I myself, I have not tried much on the affirmation part. I'll try to explore more on that. Thank you for that suggestion.
Thank you, ma'am.
May I answer that, Jyotsna-ji?
Sure.
Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, sir. You are audible.
Right. So first of all, thank you. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah. So sorry, I was caught in outside, and I just came back home now.
Oh,
so,
okay. Thank you, sir.
But I've been keeping up with everything that's going on. Yes, I was actually driving and I came back home now. So
Hmm.
to address Ajita ji's question, I actually belong to this group, and I must share my experience here because I belong to this abundance group. It's a
Okay.
group of people who are seekers
Huh.
from various
Hmm.
philosophical backgrounds, Brahma Kumaris, ISKCON, and so on, other places as well. Some of them are not religious, they're more spiritual and so on. But we started this experiment, I can call it that. It's a personal experiment where we wrote down affirmations every day, and we wrote down 10 things that we're grateful for in this WhatsApp group. Now, I have one specific outcome of this is that I'm building a house. Just to give you a practical example of what happens. I'm building a house, and for the site plan sanction, I had to do a fair amount of running around. You know how it is with the government. So we made an affirmation that my site plan sanction comes in at the earliest, and it comes in without a bribe. Now, I know that I understand that I employed a broker, and you know how difficult it is without a bribe. So people said it's impossible, and especially when the local JD does not give you a sanction, it means that they want a bribe. I actually wrote down these affirmations saying that I will get this site plan sanction in the best of what I wanted. You know, it'll come within the next 1 month. So time was there, and then the amount, it'll be less than 2 lakh rupees. And because they were putting bribes of 50,000 to 1 lakh, you know, the cost of the site plan sanction, which was almost 1.7. So I wrote down that I want something within this amount within this particular time, and that it will be given in a also blessed it. Now that is another factor with affirmations, that if you do it as a group, if you have a group support, you'll find that it becomes much stronger. And lo and behold, I was myself quite surprised that I just surrendered to the whole journey rather than really kind of wondering whether it's going to happen or not, because they've deleted quite a lot and so on. And every time I approached the joint director of our location, she was very polite. And for some reason, I found out the reasons later. But you see, it's a divine supplication where your affirmations work. I got exactly what I asked for. It was 1,95,000, and they actually gave it in a very polite manner with a lot of guidance on how to take it forward for other sanctions like sewerage, water, and so on. And my architect said this is the first time she's even heard of a site plan sanction being given without a bribe. So this is a live example which I experienced just a few months back of what I've had incredible experiences of, you know, the material dimension showing up, um, these spiritual supplications where you surrender like a child. You ask your Ishtadeva, you go inward, and you go connect with your higher self, and you ask honestly, you know, with truth. And you find that, especially when you have loved ones around, you have a group around you who's supportive, group prayers make it exponentially stronger. Like, for example, if you have a prayer, let's say 1 unit per person, and if you have two people praying separately, it will become 2 units. And suppose you have three people praying separately, it's 3 units. But suppose you have group prayer, it's like 2 to the power of 3. And that's how exponentially it becomes stronger. So, and the more spiritually aware people are, the stronger the power of supplication of the prayers. So, yes, affirmations work marvelously. You just have to believe in them and just surrender to your inner voice, to your higher self, to your Ishtadeva. And practically speaking, you will start actually experiencing results. Be specific with the time frame and what exactly you want. And you can start from tonight itself, as a matter of fact. Especially just before you go to sleep, you know, in the time when you are almost in a semi-asleep or semi-awake state, you'd find amazing results. That is what I've experienced, and I'm so grateful for that. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share. That.
Thank you for sharing that this experience. Nice.
Thank you.
realizing that you're not alone. There's an unseen world around you that really supports everything that you say and do. We just have to be careful that we say and ask for the right things. Many times in frustration we say, "Oh my God, this will never happen. It'll not work. I'm useless," or whatever it may be. But words have power, and we don't realize it. So we have to be a little more careful, especially if we're more truthful. It becomes more powerful. So we have to be careful, but it's wonderful when you experience this kind of support and you know that you're not alone. That's really a special experience. Yeah.
Always one thing is there. You have to believe in yourself and also you have to believe in God. Okay, or whoever it is, Almighty. So things will happen. See,
yes.
What I say is, see, according to my experience, two plans will be there for your life. Your plan and God's plan. Sometimes your plan will sync with the God's plan. Sometimes it will not sync. When that plan is not syncing with the God's plan, we will start blaming the God. Hey, what is I'm praying you so much, nothing. It's not like that. When you stop for some time and if you wait patiently, you will come to know God's plan is better than your plan. I have many times it has happened to me. Instantly what we feel now, if something happens to us, good things happens, we are happy. Oh, God is helping, He's blessed, like that. The things which we are expecting not happen. So we will start thinking in a very negative, and we start blaming God also. Even many times I have also done that. But over a period of time, I have realized it. Down the years, when that situation or that incident has happened, I was very, very sad and frustrated. But down the line, when I saw that happen, then I realized whatever has happened is for good only, not for bad. So now, what I will do every day now I start telling people, two plans will be there: your plan, God's plan. If God's go according to God's plan. If it syncs with your plan, it's fine, no problem. You will be more happy. But follow the God, follow your instinct. God will have always, for each individual, if you strongly believe him, He will have better plans. Each one of us, He will have the better.
And yes, very true, Vijayalakshmi ji. In fact, if you really want to become aware of what God's plan is, the best way probably is to connect with your higher self by meditating. Because in the silence, if we silence our mind and if we silence the noise within, we start becoming perceptive, and it's wonderful to actually be aligned with God's plan, because it is a universal plan, and you suddenly feel a massive, backup, a surge of energy that makes life not only worth living, but it makes it exuberant. I've had little snippets of this every now and then, and I think as we grow, the snippets become longer periods of time, and it's really something that we should look forward to. And additionally, whatever you mentioned, the difficulties sometimes, I realized that there is something called karma. There is something called prarabdha karma, which has to be worked out, and God never gives us punishment, or there is no fearful God that we have to fear. It's a loving being. It could be whatever name it might be: Krishna, Shiva, Ganesha, Jehovah, Allah. In fact, we are fooling ourselves if we think that there are many gods. There is only one source, actually. Because I have had friends who've died and come back, and even in our satsang, in fact. And it can't be like in one life, you are a Christian, and next life you're a Hindu, and Jesus says, now you're not my child anymore, for the next life is Krishna. So it doesn't make sense. So the point is that we are all really connected with each other, and we're part of one another, in a manner of speaking, as an Atma Bindu. So yes, that's really amazing. The God's plan, as you mentioned, the universal plan can work wonders. We have to align with it with meditation.
Others who have any questions, please.
Yes, in fact, I didn't get to even host the meeting properly, and I want to first of all say thank you very much to Vijayalakshmi ji. And this we are going through the Q&A, so question and answer. So if anybody else has any more questions, or if you have any observations or something you want to share, because this is like a family, and we all come together like this, We don't have to be formal. Our inner, questions that we come here to seek. So the inner voice will have some maybe questions. So please do speak up. Observations, suggestions. Please do share and connect. It'll be good for your growth as well.
And your open feedback on this session, because this is my first session, formal session as a motivational speaker. From here, I'm seeing a very positive journey as a motivational speaker.
All the best. It's very nice of you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you so much.
May I
First
become
of
a
all.
pro-
Sorry. Sorry, sir.
Come again,
Sorry
please.
to interrupt. Can you hear me?
Yeah, please,
Yes, we
please,
can.
Kanya, continue.
Yes.
First of all, thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting me to the session. It's been really wonderful. The way you simplify things, because out there in whatever we see in social media and everything, it complicates and gives you confusions. Like what is right, what is wrong? Those questions pop in, but you simplified so many things, and very layman terms you explained to us how we can motivate ourselves. That was really wonderful, and I'm looking forward to be involved in more sessions. Thank you so much, Vijayalakshmi ma'am. Very
Thank you,
grateful
ma.
to you.
Thank you.
And all
Thank
the
you for
very best
that.
for your journey, ma'am.
Thank you, ma. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Sukanya ji. And yes, all the very best, Vijayalakshmi ji. You are doing a human service, because at this time we need as many souls as possible to turn towards the universal wisdom in a world where there's a lot of war and strife. It is these bright sparks that will start spreading that positive energy, or Daiva Bandham as we call it, and reconnect all of us. The need of the hour. Anita ji has mentioned that got her to focus on self and the goals with renewed energy, which is very nice. Even if
Thank
one
you
soul,
so much for that feedback.
even if one
Ajita.
soul is touched, your job is done, Vijayalakshmi ji.
Thank
And
you.
you've touched so many souls. So if we don't have any more questions, we come to the last section of the satsang. And before that, formally, I'd like to express our gratitude, a vote of thanks on behalf of the School of Ancient Wisdom. Vijayalakshmi ji has, of course, been seen earlier, but this is the first time she's coming in as a transformational speaker and a motivational speaker. So we wish her all the very best. Thank you for taking this bold step. That inner calling is not just an ordinary calling. It will visit us at some time in our lives. We will find also that as we seek earnestly in a space of truth and love, you would be surprised later on to know that the right book or the right person or the right situation will come to you. When the seeker is ready, the guru appears. So that will give you guidance. And when later as you grow, you will find that it all stitches up, and that is a lovely way to look back at life. And when you leave this body, you'll find that it's really worth having lived an extraordinary life in this manner. So thank you for opening our eyes to this wonderful universe of personal growth. Motivation is just an outer symptom of the inner growth and transformation. And you're really, a very precious soul who's chosen to take this path. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you.
On that note, we come to the last section, which is the Loka Samasta. In this section, we experience the power of group prayer. And I've honestly experienced in a very significant manner the power of this group prayer, because it saved my father's life when he had a heart attack, when he had a sepsis attack, when I requested my satsang to pray for him, and satsang group. And also I've had many other people share their experiences, how these things can help in a most surprising manner. So please think of your loved ones or people in your community who need prayers, who need healing, be it in their health or finances or job or relationship, because finance, health, and relationships are normally the biggest karmic lessons that most souls go through in their lives and through their growth. So remember their names, remember what issue they're going through, say it in your heart, say it with love, say it with honest prayer and a request that they get well in the earliest. Additionally, when we're doing the Loka Samasta, let us send out these vibrations to our communities, to the world at large, at a time when the world appears to be in strife. It's a cleansing process. The good times are coming. So let us make that happen by sending out these prayers to everybody. Please sit straight with your back, neck, and head aligned. Let the prana shakti flow through. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. So thank you, everybody. Till next week, same time, same place. Take care and God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.